very beautiful day to you, my viewers out there, and welcome to your favorite TV show, The Grassroots Television. I'm Ekama Esther Ogenetega. Like they say, health is the physical and mental well-being of an individual. To stay healthy, you need to take drugs. But many a time, these drugs are often misused by us. So that is why we'll be discussing on a topic, drug abuse. But before we proceed, I would like my guest to introduce himself.
I am Emmanuel Chinedu. I am the lead therapist, Rehabilitation Initiative for Counseling and Healthcare. I am a counseling psychologist.
Sir, so from our topic, I would like you to enlighten us. What is drug abuse?
Drug abuse is actually taking medication on your own without doctor's prescription. Okay, so sometimes when we talk about drug abuse, people look at illegal drugs. There are some legal drugs that can be abused. Even paracetamol can be abused. So if you take any medication, self-medication by yourself without a medical expert prescription or direction, then it's an abuse.
So what are those drugs that are commonly abused by people?
Many people that we have been able to treat, they started by taking prescribed drugs like antidepressant and other drugs just to make them sleep, reduce stress, and then they now started abusing the drugs. Because they were getting results from these drugs, they no longer come back for medical review or meet any experts. They on their own prescribe these drugs for themselves and they continue using these drugs. And by so doing, they become addicted to these drugs. So in that line, it is also a drug abuse. Now these substances they are a lot. You can find them in the street, they know where they sell them. From experience, those that we've treated, we found them abusing cocaine, some crack, some they say shisha. They have street names. Some kite. They have different names. And then the most worrisome part is that they mix these drugs. So they can bring some substance of these and then the other one and then put together, which you can't even classify as either stimulant, a depressant, or the other categories of substances, and then they take them together. And so the thing have different effects on them.
What are actually the effects of this drug abuse on individuals and on our society?
So an effect of drugs on an individual depends the amount of substance the person abuses. So if you take a small amount actually of a stimulant, you get a different effect when you take an overdose. Now, when we talk about the effect of drug abuse, there are consequences like accident, loss of productivity, and again, these drugs, these substances alter the functioning of the brain. So you see them giving poor judgment, and you see their relationship with other people, not going as it was.
What's your advice to the youth, to the government, and to individuals?
No one plans to be addicted. It starts from peer pressure, it starts from experimentation. They want to find out, they are curious. And like I said, a lot of these substances are abused by the youth. So because they do not know, that is the reason why they are abusing it, because of ignorance. So if the government can come in, empower CSOs who are being trained, who are trained on this substance use disorder, they will be able to create more awareness. If these individuals know what these substances do to the body and they are aware of the consequences, then they will begin to desist from taking them. So the government should do more about creating more awareness and then helping in the treatment of these individuals. And then part of the things that cause substance use disorder is unemployment, someone who is idle. One of the things we do is that after treatment, we make sure that these individuals are being trained. If they are engaged, then they find it difficult to abuse drugs. To the youth, I think one of the things you should do is to build your capacity. One of the reasons why youth abuse drugs is lack of confidence, self-confidence, poor image. If they have poor mental health, then they are likely to be pressured into taking drugs. Even the ladies as well, they are not seen as high-class individuals, so they tend to belong. They want to be accepted by individuals. They are met, so they will take drugs. And to our parents, I want to encourage parents not to be discouraged. I want to encourage them to do more. All of us are affected. It is either you are affected directly or indirectly, because if your son is not involved, your relation will be involved, or even your neighbor or your colleague. So every person is affected, and that is why all hands must be on deck. Do not see someone who is abusing drug and then you keep quiet. Make sure that you play your part. Either encourage these individuals, do something that will help them. So for every person, let all hands be on deck.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, in conclusion, we have seen that drug abuse is something that is detrimental to the health of individuals, the community, and the nation at large. Drug abuse causes untimely death, mental disorder, and so on. All hands must be on deck to make sure our society is free from drug abuse. Don't forget to like, to subscribe our social media page, GTV Nigeria. I remain Ekama Esther Ogenetega.